What is a sport pool or a sport bottom swimming pool? Well, in short, it's just a swimming pool that has two shallow ends and it's deep in the middle. If you're building a swimming pool, at some point during the process, when I'm talking to you about building that, I'm going to suggest to you that the deep end of the pool, you think you're going to spend a lot of time in it. There's a lot of money, a lot of energy spent on the deep end of the pool. Here's the reality of the situation. 90% of the time, the bathers in the pool will be in the shallow end. It's just easier than treading water. And I mean, diving in is great and everything, but you're not spending that much time there. Most of the time, you're slowly getting in, to the pool, or you're just kind of like wandering around or just hanging out in the shallow end. Or what if you're playing some kind of game? Well, again, it's hard to be doing it while you're treading water. And so most of the time in the pool ends up being spent in the shallow end. And the shallow end's tiny. It's 10, 20, or 30% of the swimming pool in most swimming pool installations. So you've got this tiny little area, and that's where the majority of the people are spending the majority of their time. And that's where sports swimming pools come in. You have two shallow ends on each end of the pool. It's shallow, it's deep in the middle, or deeper. It's not deep like a normal deep end. You're probably not diving into a sport pool, but deep enough that you can tread water, that kind of thing. But on the two ends, it's shallow enough that you can stand. So right away, you have two areas now. So it kind of increases the functional, usable space in your pool. But also, it makes playing games like volleyball, which is kind of like your quintessential swimming pool game, it makes it easier because both people can stand instead of having one team that has to tread water while the other team is in the shallow end and has a definitive advantage. And so sport pools are kind of uncommon. You don't really hear about them all that much. And I've always been kind of surprised by that because it really seems like a great idea. I think it comes down to, for people's first pool, they get a deep pool, they get a big diving board. That's awesome. I totally get it. I bet you a lot of people on their second pool build, they get a sport pool because it's just there's more functionally usable space. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.